Hello guys, welcome to Forge. My name's FuelRampage, and today I bring you my first iteration of my discussion-based videos where I really want to get the community involved and get us all thinking and talking about a certain subject within the gaming universe. So today I'm going to be focusing on Fortnite Season 7 map update change. This is my theory that I've come up with. I've looked at a lot of videos and a lot of people that have talked about this, and my theory is very similar to what a lot of people have talked about. Mine's just very specific and what I think is really going to happen. And I'm going to bring you guys some new evidence that I haven't seen again on YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, anything. So without further ado, let's get on into it. And one thing I want to shout out right away is That Denver Guy on YouTube. I'll be posting a link in the description. I got a lot of these, a lot of my discussion points are based off something that he had in his video. And I really like how he laid everything out. He talked about Season 7 leaks in far more depth than I'm going to, as well as he included, like, character options, guns, perhaps, like, various, like, changes, all that pertain to Season 7, whereas I'm focusing primarily on map update. So, first things first, we all know that there is a new island that is made out of ice, snow, whatever, coming towards Fortnite. We all thought it was just an ice storm at first, or a snowstorm at first, and we've now come to realize that it's also an island that is coming with it. So that Denver Guy's video, she shows where somebody actually went into spectator mode and flew out to the island and took a better look at it. And really, it seems like it's just covered with snow, and there seems to be some bit of a castle, kind of like a castle top at the very upper edge of the island. People have theorized about winter castles in Fortnite for quite some time now, and what I really think it's sort of symbolizing is, again, our big map update. Go figure. Epic has always done a fantastic job when it comes to cosmetics and map updates. Every season, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And overall, I really think the community has as well. And I'm very excited to see what they end up actually doing. And so, like, early on, if we look at Epic and what they do with their map updates, early on, they pretty much just had to add stuff because there was so much open field within the island that they could kind of do whatever they wanted without really taking anything away. We are now at a point where they can't really just add stuff to the map without either making the island bigger or just swapping stuff out. So if we look at, like, where on the map has not really been changed, we've had minor changes to places like Pleasant Park and, like, retail and stuff like that, but a place that, to my knowledge, has not been touched since Season 1, with the exception of the new parachute that is sitting on the top of it, is Flush Factory. I know this is not the only place that hasn't been changed, but it's one of the big, like, name places that has not been touched. That, in conjunction with the fact that this island is coming at us from that southwestern side of the island, it really points towards something happening in that area. If you look at last season, they added in Paradise Palms and that entire desert biome in the southeastern side of the map. And what I really think they're going to do is do something very similar, except with snow, on the southwestern side of the map. We all know they wanted to do snow last season across the whole map, and it kind of messed with the game too much, and they didn't like it, so they scrapped the idea. And I really think if they're going to do that this time, except I think it's going to stay within that southwestern side of the map, perhaps even most of the western. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, nothing's been confirmed. But I think it really points towards that area being more permanently snow, so we have more diversity within the seasons and biomes within our map. Adds more cosmetics. We all love our cosmetics. Why do you think we spend so much money on a free game, by the way? And so I'm going to show you guys the evidence that I came up with that really points me towards Flush Factory is going to get a major change. So if we look at this section of video here that I'm taking right now, my buddy and I, DJ01, him and I were just farming metal in the practice tournament on Sunday, and he came across this briefcase, just banging out a bunch of crates, and just trying to get some metal. So he came across this, and what's inside of it is quite interesting. It seems to be a factory-style, like, assembly line. You can see a deer in there, and the satellite is interesting. This is kind of really, like, stretching it, but it possibly could mean there's some more connection with AIM and possibly even the Visitor from Season 4. And, like, some kind of connections from external, like, factors that are possibly literally out of this world. Again, that's a bit more of a stretch, and the parachute on Flush Factory can kind of also add to that. And so, like, again, I think it's a bit more of a stretch, but it could be stuff for the future. Now, what's coming out of here seems to be what looks like the cabbage that you can farm in various like places in the map that have farms, well, previously Anarchy and now just Fatal Fields. So two things that this could mean. A, I really, really think that this points towards Flush Factory, as there's nowhere else on the map that includes like an assembly line kind of factory style anything. And I think this really directly points towards that place getting a big map update. Now, I've personally flattened this place many times in past seasons, and to my knowledge, this was not there. So I don't think Epic would have added this for no reason. I think this is supposed to be kind of a hint towards what's coming, and they've been far more secretive this season, it seems, with, like, not really just, like, pointing directly towards, like, anything. Like, with the Comet, it was fairly obvious. So, Comet's hitting Fortnite. With the Rocket, it was pretty obvious. Rocket's hitting Fortnite and various things like that, right? And so, like, a lot of things were kind of far more direct. And I think this is going to be a lot, with how much more secretive they've been in comparison. I think this is definitely a good piece of evidence that points towards them possibly doing something to Flush Factory. Now, when we look at this kind of, like I said, here's the second part of that it confirms. So in that Denver guy's video, he talked about how somebody came up with the theory that because that island is fully immersed in snow, it is very, very possible that across the entire season, it'll slowly melt and give us more and more of that, like, castle or whatever it is that is hidden underneath the snowfall. Now, in my experience looking at what Epic has done, they've generally every season either just added something big, and then, or as the seasons have gone on more or less since season 3 and later, they have they've had an emphasis at the beginning of the season, giving everybody a place to go. They really want to give you guys all one place that on that for that first week you have a new Tilted Towers. Like, there's going to be a third of the server there every game. And so I think that they will want to do something far more bigger than just, like, adding some snow and then having an island that you can't really explore yet. So I think there's going to be a massive change with something that will happen over the entire time scale of the season. And I think this points towards Flush Factory being that point of interest that gets the massive change. Now, if you guys are like me, you don't drop Flush Factory. Like, the only reason you go Flush Factory is because the circle makes you go there, or you're trying to play really safe and, like, and you just want to survive and you landed, like, yonder and maybe just hit over there and, like, you're trying to just stay away from everybody. Odds are you aren't landing there. You got a big mountain in the way. You can't really get anywhere. There's no rifts. It's kind of just a secluded area of the map that nobody really wants to go to that often. Now, what this kind of, like, brings on is generally Epic wants people to go there, i.e. why they changed Moisty Mire to Paradise Palms. And before anyone gets triggered, I know I liked what they were doing with Moisty Mire. I was kind of sad that that's what they got rid of. But alas, now we have Paradise Palms, which has arguably done a lot better as far as people going there. So I really think that they're going to have a big update, and now they've kind of shown in some of their leaks on Twitter They shown like somebody skiing, and again, this is very much headcanon, and I really don't think it's possible that they are hinting towards a vehicle that you can more or less just, like a sleigh is what I'm going for. Especially considering they have that big mountain, I really think that the mountain is going to end up being like a ski resort. Flush Factory, here's my big theory, is going to be Santa's workshop. And then that will be like a good point of interest of like plenty of loot, plenty of places people can go. That I'm expecting them to have some sort of like maybe a ski lift. I think that would be a really cool addition to the game, and adding like some way to get up on top of that mountain efficiently and quickly, and then being able to come over. Don't mind my roommate, he's ruining my video. And then you can go up there and ski down on some sort of vehicle that they've added to the game. And I really think that will be a pretty both a fun and efficient way of getting people to both go there, as well as getting people into the, like, getting people back into the center of the map once you go there, so you're not so trapped around the side of that mountain. Now again, this is all just my opinion and my theory. I went across the internet, could not find anybody that directly talked about what they thought the map change would actually be. Just that people have talked about the island and possibly like what that could hold. And I really think this like adds some validity to their argument about how like they could have something that across the span of the season that island will melt and whatnot, and by spring we will get to see the entire thing. However, I really think Epic will come up with something big to start, and I think it's going to be Flush Factory and the ski resort. And I would love to hear anybody's opinions. Please leave your opinion in the comments section. Give your ideas. Please, I want to hear theories. I really want to have a discussion about this. Again, I mean, we'll know soon enough, but I really want to know if you guys thought this was a good idea, if you think this would be good for the game, bad for the game, what you guys think. And like I said, go to that Denver guy's video. He talked about a lot more stuff with skins and everything else that could happen at the start of Season 7. And I really encourage you to watch his video, because he did talk about a lot more things, and he set it up very well, and I really liked what he did. So, like I said, I'll leave a link in the description for him. If you guys want to have a talk live on stream with me, as you know, as most of you know, I'm a Twitch streamer. You can find me at twitch.tv/FuelRampage. I love having discussions. I really love all the positivity that everyone has had in my chat. And I really like that we've been able to have like pretty good discussions without going like, over the line. Nobody's being aggressive. And I really want to continue that. And I want to make a lot more YouTube videos that are based around having discussions within the community. So if you guys liked it, please leave a like on the video and comment why you liked it and what theories you have and anything else you guys have for it. Any ideas you have for it that you guys want me to discuss and talk about. I don't plan on having all my videos just be kind of me talking in front of a webcam, but as the season's about to start and I'm not a very good video editor, I just wanted to get this video out there so people could take a look at it and really like get to think about it before the season starts, and to have proof that I came up with what's going to happen before the season starts. So if you guys really liked what I'm doing and you want to see more, like I said, leave a like, come into my stream, give me ideas, talk to me. Let's have a good time, have some solid discussions, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.